Hi guys, Murph here for a review. It's a bit different for me. It's a bit of a rambling review of Automobilista 2. You probably already know that from the headline, but hey. Anyway, to crack on, it's a bit of a 2 AM rambling review of the game. It came out about 12 hours ago, and I've probably pumped about 6 into it already, so to give a good feel and get a good gauge whether I like it or not. And hopefully I'll pass that knowledge on to you guys, see if it's worth you guys buying it, see if it's a game for you. Now, I feel like I'm probably a good person to review this. I'm not neither a sim snob or full arcade guy. I dabble in both. As you probably see on my channel, I've got iRacing, R Factor 2, a little bit of Assetto Corsa Competizione, but not a lot. But on the flip side, I've got a bit of Gran Turismo Sport, I've got a bit of NASCAR Heat 4. There's a bit of everything, so I feel like I'm kind of got feet in both camps. Being a sim guy who spends most of his time doing iRacing and R Factor 2, but also being a guy who's managed to do some esports, pretty high levels esports stuff within my own country, even flying to do Asia Pacific Championships with Project Cars 2. So I feel like I can give a good guide as to whether it's a game for you or not. Now, graphics wise, it's pretty good. As most people know, it's effectively Project Cars 3. It's the same engine. There's a lot of the same stuff as Project Cars 2. It's got a lot of the same menu options. The graphics are similar. A lot of the way the game works is almost identical, so it's just a bit of a facelift in a lot of ways and a little improvement of the physics. But yeah, graphics wise, on point. Probably not as pretty as Assetto Corsa Competizione. It's still right up there. Physics wise, now this is always going to be the debated part for a racing game. This is always the part that ends up in fights on Facebook. If it was at the pub, there'd be a couple of punches thrown, a bit of beer spilt on a guy because they've got a different opinion. You know how it goes. Now, I'm going to put my foot in the sim racing camp right now. The camp that loves iRacing, Assetto Corsa Competizione, Assetto Corsa, R Factor 2, etc. If your foot's in that camp, if you're in the camp that loves sim racing, yeah, if you're expecting a game that's going to rival those, you're going to be disappointed. The physics are good, but not great. They are lacking. It feels like a mid-2000s sort of sim in terms of the quality of the physics. It feels a bit like Race 07, R Factor 2, etc. So, which ain't a bad thing. Those games are a lot of fun, but if you're looking for the state-of-the-art, the good sims, it's not the one for you. Now, if you jump over into the Simcade side, wow. This, on the other hand, is a game worth getting. If you love your Project Cars 2, your Gran Turismos, Forzas, this is definitely worth looking at. This is definitely worth considering. It's effectively to say Project Cars 2, but what they've done is they've tightened the physics. There's none of these weird oversteers and these weird snap oversteers. It feels good. The space setups you first get are very drivable. Yeah, they're not going to be as fast as someone who's tuned it, but they're very good. The physics themselves are on point for the type of game it's aiming for, the Simcade style. The cars don't do weird shit. You can be quite aggressive with them and get away with it, but yeah, there's none of the snap oversteer Project Cars 2 had. There's none of the weird physics glitches for the most part that Project Cars 2 had. It's real polished version of that and real tightened up the physics. The couple of complaints I do have on that regard is if you brush a wall on a street circuit, the car almost comes to a complete stop. Wow, that's probably an exaggeration. It doesn't come to a complete stop, but you lose probably 30, 40, 50 kilometers an hour just by brushing a wall lightly, when you really should only lose 5 kilometers an hour. It's a bit OP on that. Now, hopefully it's something that the boys will be able to fix up in development, as this is still not been released yet. So hopefully it's something that they can improve on and fix, because it just kind of ruins it a wee bit. Now, as for Playability online. Did 2 or 3 races on my live stream. Enjoyed them. Didn't seem to, even though people had high pings, didn't seem to be much lag. So it's really good on that regard. Did get flipped over once at the start. I'm not sure if that was physics or lag. I'm pretty sure it was a wee bit of lag. But for the most part, as long as you don't make contact, the lag seems very raceable, even with people with 200 and 300 pings. Now, offline is a bit of work to be done. Obviously, time trial and championship mode haven't been released yet, so can't gauge if they're going to be any good. But where this game is being let down the biggest, in my opinion, right now, is the AI. The AI do weird stuff, like in pit lane, if they're entering pits, they'll be swerving all over the place. If they're on an outlap during qualifying and practice, they'll be swerving a whole lot. It's just really weird. And then here's another thing. Right now, I brake as late as I can, absolutely on the edge, and you look how they can just outbrake you. That happens in every single car, on every single track. I've tried it with ABS on, ABS off. I've tried changing the settings. Now, obviously I could improve on it. I probably could brake a bit better with my own technique, work on my own technique. But it just seems over the top. It seems like instead of being 5 or 10 metres I have to find in a big braking zone, it's 25-30 metres, which is just ain't possible. So yeah, there's a few. The AI ain't the best at the moment. Again, AI is limited as well. AI is always never that realistic. I've never found a sim to be that realistic with the AI. I said, of course, a competency only comes pretty close, but it's still nowhere near like racing real life people. But yeah, that's for the most part, that is the review. Again, simple is the game for you. If you love Project Cars 2, if you love Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, not Assetto Corsa, Gran Turismo, Project Cars 2, Forza, those sort of sims, or Simcades, you will love this. You should shell out the money now, especially while it's cheap and early access. If you're a sim snob, a sim lover, my suggestion to you is still buy the game, give it a go. Out of the box, it doesn't need as much setup as Project Cars 2 needed. It does need a wee bit, but enough that you can get in there and have a decent play from the first couple of hours. See if you enjoy it. Do a couple of practice sessions on different tracks. Do a race. See if it's a game for you. If not, you've always got a refund on Steam. So in short, if you're a Simcade guy, get the game, no question. If you're a sim guy, sim lover, yeah, worth a look at. Might be your cup of tea, might not. For how cheap it is, worth having a look now rather than 3-4 weeks time when it's at full price. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found this little rambling review, and I emphasise the rambling part. It is 2 AM here in New Zealand. It is late, but I thought I'd want to get this out because the game just came out and you guys will probably want to know. But if you did like the review, found it helpful, if you want to see more content, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. And also hit me up in the comments especially if you enjoyed the game. If you haven't enjoyed the game, let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Ciao.